Hello and welcome to another edition of Robin's Fanatics TV with me, AJ, and today I'm doing a report on the pitching in Isthmian Football League Premier Division fixture between Carshalton Athletic and Cray Valley Paper Mills, first game of 2025. Current league standings before the game, Robins were down in 7th after suffering back-to-back defeats, and Cray Valley Paper Mills having a fantastic season under Steve McKim, and have got them, and they're currently sitting in 3rd place. Game played at the Arctic Stadium early this season on August Bank Holiday Monday ended with Steve McKim's hoodoo over Carshalton Athletic carrying on, giving them a 1-0 win over the Robins. So Carshalton were looking to sort of stop them from doing a double over us today. But it wasn't to be. As for team changes, there was 3 team changes from the team that lost to Chichester City on Saturday. Dion Henry was back in between the sticks for Mackenzie Foley. Sharon Ifeni came in for Darnell Gotha Braithwaite, and Dave Smith come in for the released Luke Cook. Carshalton released a couple of players this between Christmas and New Year. Dom Vose has left the club, as Luke Cook, as I just mentioned. He's currently signed straight away for Hendon, so he's got himself a club straight away. The game itself, well, it didn't finish Carshalton's way. Steve McKim's hoodoo over the Robins continued, and the away side registered a 2-1 win. A brief game. Carshalton went 1-0 down after 10 minutes. After a poor clearance from the goalkeeper, found its way back into the box. The ball found its way to Dan Waldron, who fired in a cross, which found ex-Robin Tom Beer, who fired home to give the away side the 1-0 lead. And from what I gather, he quite enjoyed that goal as well. Don't blame him. Things didn't get any better for Carshalton after what was a poor first half. We found ourselves 2-0 down on the 21st minute. Barney Williams got onto an end of a good cross and fired home to give the visitors a 2-0 lead. Carshalton were sort of struggling we were bombing forward and had a couple of sort of crosses over, but I don't think the keeper had any real saves to make in the first half. So half time came and the Robins found themselves 2-0 down at the break. The second half was a bit better from the Robins, but we eventually sort of pushed them back, and we did get 1 goal back for a good diving header by David Smith from a right wing cross. But it was it wasn't enough to get the Carshalton to turn it round, although we did have a reasonably good, certainly a better second half than the first half. And but then it finished. We had a penalty decision right at the end, a stonewall penalty it looked like, but referee waved it away. So referee had I think seemed to be giving a lot of decisions Cray Valley's way today, but I didn't think he was that awful really. That result sees Cray Valley Paper Mills, Steve McKim's Cray Valley Paper Mills, register a league double over the Robins, which I'm sure he's quite delighted to do. And the Robins dropped down to 9th in the league table. As for my view on the game, well, so right from the start, actually, got to the ground quite early and was watching the warm-ups, and Cray Valley's warm-up looks a lot more sort of effort bound than the Carshalton's one. It seemed a little bit lacklustre, just what I think. So I wasn't confident going into this game of getting the result anyway. Steve McKim definitely has the voodoo sign over Peter Denny. Since he took over Cray Valley, like I said before, they knocked us out of both FA Cup and Trophy last season, and got promoted this season. In the last season, scoring goals for fun. They're a good goal scoring side. They had a 4-4 draw at Cheston last game, and Robins lost 2-1 to Chichester City. But first half, we just looked all over the place. I don't know, we just did not look up for it. I mean, they took advantage of a goalkeeper. Poor clearance from a goalkeeper. The Carshalton had enough chances to clear that ball away, but didn't make it, and they scored from it to give them a 10-minute lead. The second half was better. Wasn't fantastic, and we had a lot of possession. We had so much possession, but we seem to have a lot of possession in these games. But unfortunately, it's not the possession that wins the games; it's goals, and we seem to be finding scoring goals very hard to come by at the moment. You know, and we showed a bit more endeavour in the second half, but I think Cray Valley Paper Mills had the game pretty much under control, really. Caught them out with a good diving header from David Smith for, I think, his 7th or 8th goal of the season, which was good. But damage was already done in the first half, and we couldn't really, get on. I mean, I would have taken a point from this game, to be fair, at the start of it. I'd have taken a point. But Cray Valley, they're a good side. They're a good, solid unit. And Steve McKim's got a really good side there, I think. And whether they can sustain their playoff place, well, they've done it so far. He's been there 2 seasons and has really, really risen them. Who knows if maybe Steve McKim had stayed at Carshalton, maybe given a second season, I think maybe we could be up there as well. But unfortunately, it wasn't to be. So, and I think Steve McKim probably enjoys these wins over Carshalton, and I don't blame him, to be fair. Observations about the game, like I said, second half was better. First half was poor, but we didn't. I don't think we deserved anything out of the game, to be fair. Cray had it in control, conceded a goal, but they soon sort of rallied round, and we should have had a penalty at the end. I mean, stonewall penalty right at the end, but referee waved it on. So we weren't getting anything from this referee today, to be fair. I mean, I can't blame the referee for the 2-1 defeat, but he did seem to be given a lot of decisions Cray Valley's way and not giving us much. But that's how you got. That's how you got to do it sometimes. You got to sort of carry on despite that. I must admit I was slightly disappointed with some of the fans today behind the goal. I mean, the fact that in the first half we were 2-0 down and playing awful, and some fans seem to be more content on picking up on the referee and slagging him off, which I didn't agree with, and there were some insults hurled at their team. I mean, a lot of people that didn't think Steve Kim did a good job at Carshalton. So that's their opinion. I think he did, but got stitched up by someone. But yeah, as I thought, I mean, 2-0 down, and some people were more sort of content on having a go at the referee. He wasn't awful. I mean, he gave a lot of decisions their way, but I've seen a lot worse refs at Carshalton's games, and I just thought maybe we should spend less time maybe having a go at the ref and other players, maybe more time supporting the team, and having getting on their backs when they're playing badly, because the first half was probably one of the worst performances of the season, and Cray Valley took advantage of it, which you would do. So bit perplexed about that. But everyone's got their views of the game. Everyone's got a different view of it, and it's makes what makes football so good. But I thought there should be more effort now, sort of trying to wake up our team than other factors, because that first half we weren't even in it. We really weren't in it. It was disappointing. Which led to after 11 match unbeaten run, we've now lost 3 in a row. So I think probably there's a brief stint in the playoffs. I think that was about as good as it's going to get for the Wobbins. I think we're just going to fall down to mid-table mediocrity again. I worked for Cray Valley Paper Mills. I mean, they got Steve and Barrymore. There's a good duo. They've got that club playing really good football. And they were bigger than us as well. I mean, we looked small compared to some of their centre backs and some of their players. And I think the physicality, they was much better side. And you can see why they were probably a bit disappointed to concede the goal in the second half. But it was a good bit of Carshalton pressure. But yeah, but at the end of the day, I was more angry with the sort of the performance of the Robins more than sort of any performance on the referee. That's just my opinion. That's just what just what I think. Should be less time having to go at the ref and more time having to go at our own team. But it is what it is. So yeah, we'll move on from that. So next up for the Robins is a really tough game on Saturday, and we are away to Horsham, who are currently sitting in 5th place. I've got the last playoff spot, and they beat league leaders Dover Athletic 2-1 today at Dover. So that's they're going to be really boosted for that, and whether Carshalton can compete with that, we'll have to see. But yeah, I didn't really expect anything from today, and we didn't really get it. So yeah, of course, I'm always disappointed that we lose. But we just need to be more switched on when the game starts. We seem to be losing a lot of early goals recently, and we've given ourselves a uphill struggle to get back into it. And we need to sort of be right on it right from the start, and not just wait till the second half, because it just seems to be that we're crap in the first half, but the second half we're better. But then if you're crap in the first half and you're 2-0 down at half time, it doesn't matter how good you are, you've already given yourself a mountain to climb in the second half. So we need to be on it from the first minute, not the 46th minute. And I think that's been a problem for the Robins recently. We've not been on it from the start and seem to take advantage of it. I'm hoping we can play, but we need to show more urgency. When we're losing, we need to show more urgency as well. Sometimes you need to be maybe a bit more direct. So you keep passing it backwards and sideways. When you're losing, you need to be a bit more direct and sort of try quick 1-2s. They're doing quick 1-2s in the warm-up, but you don't really do it on the pitch during the game. So, we need to be on it from the start, and we're not at the moment, and we're punished for it because there's some good teams in this division. And it'll be the same Saturday against Horsham. If we're not on it from the start, they could, rip us a new one. And I don't want sort of Carshalton to start really plummeting down the league. I don't think we're going to get relegated. I think there's a lot worse teams out there, but we just seem to be, it looks like it's going to be like a stagnant sort of 11th, 12th place kind of thing, which is not really progressing much. Just, is what I think. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up now, but that's it from me, AJ. Like I said, our next game for the Robins will be Horsham away on Saturday, and I will be doing a proper vlog from there with match highlights and goals and stuff. So, yeah, I'll look forward to that. Hopefully we can sort of put an end to this 3-match losing streak, but I'm not 100% confident we can. But who knows? Football's a funny old game, as someone used to say. So, yeah, that's it from AJ. Thanks for watching, and all that's left for me is to bid you arrivederci.